Hello, hello, and welcome back to Farm Sim 25 with me, S-Dub Gaming. Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to be continuing our rather in-depth look into these small frame tractors. As you can see, I've done a bit since our last episode. We have a small amount left here to do. So I guess without further ado, we'll get on to continuing these plough test to see what they are capable of pulling. We're at the more expensive end of it, so we're not going to go for the smaller 6 metre plough. We'll go straight for attempting the big 12 metre. I think let's just double check that. Make sure I'm not talking a whole lot of garbage. Yeah, 6, 9 and 12 metre. We're going to attempt the blue one, which is the 12 metre first, and if not, we'll go down to the 6 metre. 9 metre, sorry. My goodness. We'll get there eventually. And that's doable, isn't it? I don't think you'd want to be doing it like we said on previous ones. I don't think you'd really want to continue like that all the time, but yes, it will plough. We'll leave that now. It's over there. Sorry. All this ploughing has meant that it's further and further away from the the group of tractors by the shop, but that's alright. I mean, I could be just pulling it through the already ploughed ground to show that it pulls it through, but I mean, you want to set ripping fresh ground, don't you, so that it actually gives a true look at what we're doing. I mean, that's not max speed, but that's still a comfortable speed to plough at. I'd be happy enough with it. And remember, if you're American and watching that, I'm sorry, but I'm using kilometres an hour. It would look faster on your screen than 9. I would translate that for you, but I actually don't know. It'll be more than that anyway, I know that much. Well, there we go. That one most certainly will plough with that. I imagine it pulled the other one at maximum speed, but that's alright. I don't think we need to see that. We'll go and plonk this one over here. I do like that. The old ruts and that really do throw it a lot more. I mean, just as a brief rundown of what we've got going on. These here group of tractors that are under 100,000, or at 100,000 in the case of that one, that would pull the 9 metre plough. These are ones that are over the $100,000 that'll do the same job. You got these ones over here that I thought actually did a almost admirable job of pulling the big 12 metre one, but that's alright. I didn't expect any small frames to actually pull that at all really, but they are doing it. Just goes to show you don't always need to trust exactly what the game specifies for the required horsepower on things. Just give it a go. May surprise you and actually work quite well. And this is at the upper echelon of these small frame tractors as far as price concerned, so you'd kind of be hoping they're a little more capable than the lower end. But there's been a few along the way that have certainly surprised me. Once we're done here, we'll have a little chat of a couple of those that have sort of stood out from the crowd in a way. Ooh. Okay. And as I say, you guys can be the judge if you're happy with being able to only go along at you know, that slower speed with having the wider plough. Yeah, sure. That'll do it. No worries. That's tried to go for a gear change and didn't like it. Come on, go. Can it do it? Yeah, building up the RPM again. I gotta say, I quite like that. At least that one didn't dance around. I gotta stop taking them off while they're still on the ground. I don't like it. Look out. Farm zone. You know what? I'm going to throw this bad boy over here. Three to go. 5-12, hurry up. What about this one? Somehow I don't think so. We'll pick up our disco dancing plough. All of these ones at this end of things seem to be fairly consistently able to pull that one along at about 6 or 7 kilometres an hour. Some a little faster. I do like the top speed that these things have. Yum yum. Like a glove. a little slower. But I'll put this one on the red. On the 6 metre. I'll probably do better with the 6 metre. Give it a fair shake. Like I say, being especially, I mean, a lot of these more pricier ones have either been modified or, you know, just more powerful than that. This one, I don't think it's got a huge amount of power if I remember rightly. And it hasn't got the big wheels set up like the modified one, of course, but we'll give this thing a fair shake and go and run it on the 6 metre for you. So there you go, that would probably be the far better suiting size to be pulling behind that. What do you say? I think we might end up putting this one back in the 6 metre slot. Still a good tractor, but I think it was pulling a little slower on the 9 metre than the ones that I've been putting into the 9 metre slot, so didn't do too bad though for it. This is a stock standard one. Again though, at that higher end of the price, I think you kind of want that pulling power performance. I guess that's why they have upgrades. Should have installed that new mod we got with the torches to make it running super fast. That's right. Last two to go. Well, this is the modified version of that, I believe. Let's see if this sucker can pull 12 metres. When upgraded, the second most expensive tractor. Yep, that's about what I expected. What do you think, ladies and gents? Do you think we can break the speed barrier for the 9 metre? I always seem to get that confused. I'm sure in FS22 it came in 6, 12 and 15 metre, I thought, but I could be wrong about that. So I keep thinking this one's a 12 metre, but it's not. 9 metres. Red one's 6, the other one's 12. Blue one. No, see, look, I've messed it up as I'm saying it. Jeez, would you think straight for once? Red one is 6 metres. This one is 9 metres, and the blue one's 12. One of these times I'll get it right. Either way, I'm working on a new bloopers reel, I guess. That's 10, I don't know, I've seen better, honestly. Some of the cheaper tractors definitely pulled it just as quick. But, it is at a result, none the same. Right. For the... no, that didn't work. For the last one. $190,000 small frame tractor. Bet you there's some mid-size frame tractors that we can probably get for cheaper with more power and more oomph, but let's see how she do. Right, what we're going to do, I'm going to do a little reverse on you here. We're going to go over to the 6 metre and show you how it should perform with the most expensive tractor in the game for the small. That's how you rich boys do it. Yeehaw! Oh, look at that. Like butter. It's like you're not even pulling it. Ooh, I don't like the turning circle of the dollies though. Never do. So here in New Zealand in real life, we really don't use a lot of... I mean, we do have some tractors and that with dollies and that. Certainly where I grew up, the tracks and that are far too tight and gateways are too tight. You'd barely get through a gateway with wide wheels, let alone dollies. But we do get them here on some of the bigger stations and that around New Zealand. But certainly the farms that I've worked on the dairy and sheep and beef farms have mostly been the smaller tractors, and are certainly what most Americans and Australians would see and use. But there you go, that's how that should perform when it's not really being restricted by power. Nope, I told you I'm going to reverse on you. We're going over here first. I know, lots of driving around, but you know. I gotta say, I'm still, I don't know, sometimes the fog effects are cool, other times I'm like, it looks not right. I don't know. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. What do you think of the whole new... What am I doing? I'm putting it on backwards. There's another one for the blooper reel. How to not hook up a plough. I mean, you can use it that way if you want to cheat the system, because if you didn't know, yeah, you don't need as much power if you're pushing it instead of pulling it. That still pulls that very healthily. I think that's probably one of, if not the best. But I mean, like I say, that's your most expensive one that there is in the small class tractors when fully upgraded. No, I mean that looks promising. Let's see if it'll actually pull the 12 metre plough at a respectable rate. Hello, sorry. Just pulled up my messages and that now. Yep. Yeah, we're not doing so well at this attaching ploughs game today. I think I could live with that, but yep. Not at its max speed, but that's, you know, you could put up with that, couldn't you? we're going to put it over here with this group of the better pulling ones. So there you go. Nothing, I would say, out of all the small frame tractors is really suited for pulling that full size. But, right, so we'll wander back over here and have a chat of what we got. So what I've done is I've split them off. These are the ones that really just didn't quite have the oomph to be pulling ploughs. But what we got here is everything under 100,000 on this side that was, you know, capable, some better than others, of pulling the 6 meters. These are the ones that were over $100,000 that were still only really capable of pulling the 6 meters. If you're asking me, these would be a better purchase than any of those, because, well, you're wasting your money in my honest opinion. These guys are my standouts. They were almost capable of pulling the 9 meter plough. Oh, I got it right that time. Yep, very capable tractors at a lower price rate too. These, I think, were all under $100,000, and then you got the ones that are over $100,000 that were doing the 9 meter. These ones here, the ones that were mostly capable of doing the 12 meters, but you know, not as good, certainly. Yeah, I think that's about all we had to show for this episode, really. We've been through, in the first episode we showed everything in all of its price range in both the unupgraded stock form that you can buy them and then the fully upgraded versions of each other. We showed them on all their price order to show you the value of each of them. And then, yeah, now you can see what they're worthy of pulling as well. So hopefully, if this has been of any help to you at all, thank you for watching. Until next time, see you later.